Hi, it's your Therapeutic Coach, T. Tracy here. I want to welcome all my new subscribers who have just subscribed to this page, Tracy Life Wellness. I'm here to coach you into the freedom, into the greatness that you are, to increase and to enhance your personal alignment with all things that are good for you. And I want to talk to you briefly about forgiveness. And it's one of those subjects that a lot of people have issues with. A lot of people tend to have questions about how to forgive, what is forgiveness, and I want to offer you and suggest to you my interpretation about what forgiveness actually is. First, let me start off by saying what forgiveness is not. Forgiveness is not giving someone the right to mistreat you or opening the door for further mistreatment. Forgiveness is not giving a pass for someone else to continue to harm you or to mistreat you. That is not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is not forgetting. Forgetting a past hurt or a past wrong. When you forgive someone, it does not mean that you're going to have instant amnesia. That is not what forgiveness is. But what forgiveness is, let me start off by doing this brief little illustration. If you can imagine, if you held on to something very pointy and sharp really, really hard, and you held on to it, you would know that that pointed, sharp object in your hand would cause pain, would it not? Especially with you holding on to it really, really tight. But if you let go just to relieve yourself, anybody, with all things being equal, anybody that is healthy and within the normal range of pain tolerance, they would let go to give themselves relief from that pain, that pointy object. And that is what forgiveness is like. Forgiveness is letting go of the pain that whatever situation or whatever perceived wrong that has been done to you in the past, letting go of it, removing yourself from the pain of it. And how do you remove yourself from the pain of it? It starts with how you perceive it. It's first by acknowledging that it happened, it is what it is. By holding on to the pain does not change that it happened. Acknowledge that it hurt. Acknowledge that it caused, the consequences were dire. That acknowledge that the results of that particular thing was not the best. But also acknowledge, especially when it comes to personal forgiveness, acknowledge that the should-have, could-have, would-haves cannot benefit you at this time. What is the shoulda, coulda, woulda? That I should have done better. I would have done if. I could have done. These are all past tense words that doesn't change your now, but what it actually does is hold you to the past, and you're stuck there, and you're not moving forward, and you're holding on. That still is holding on. But if you realize that if you knew better, you would do better. If you knew and could do better, you would do better. And even that is to even apply to other people. I think about this, a scripture that I would hear growing up when it talked about Jesus being on the cross, and as he's in pain on the cross, he looks at the people that are, spitting and cursing at him and saying these awful things while he's hanging in agony on the cross. And one of the most famous lines or verses that we hear are attributed to Jesus as saying is, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." Because had anyone known what they were doing and understood truly, the actions would be different. And so I say that to you. If you were to know better, you would have done better. If they were to know better, and we attribute that a lot. We get so frustrated and we get so caught up a lot of times because we tell ourselves, they should have known. And then we hold people in unforgiveness. We hold them to what we feel like they should have known. And we do ourselves that justice as well. That injustice, as well. We should have known. Well, honey, if you would have known, and if you did know, you would have acted as if you did. Your results, your behavior would have been different. Yeah, it would have been different. If we know better, we do better. It's going to show up in our behavior. So forgiveness is letting go of the pain of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, of the pain of rehearsing things in your mind and holding on to what didn't happen and what should have happened. My dad should have been there. Well, honey, if he should have been, if he was supposed to be there, if he could have been there, he would have been there. If he knew to be there, he would have been there. If he knew to do differently, if he knew to be a better father, he would have been a better father. If he knows it, our beliefs will show up in our actions, our knowings, not just our belief systems. Correction, because we believe a lot of things. It's the things that we know is what we actually do. We know, we do. So cut yourself some slack, baby. Release yourself. That's what forgiveness is. Releasing yourself from the pain to benefit you, not to benefit the other person, not to give an excuse. You don't need an excuse. No one needs an excuse. It is what it is. It happened. It was. It could, we would love it to be better, but we can't, here again, it's would. We can't do anything about the past, but what we can do is release ourselves from the pain and from the past so that we open our hands up to receive the knowledge of the present, that we can receive the benefits of the now, and that we can open ourselves up to moving forward by letting go of unforgiveness, pain, hurt, and frustration of woulda, coulda, shoulda. So this is a brief little video that I wanted to put out. You let me know what you think in the comments. And until then, like and share if you would. This is the Therapeutic Coach at Tracy Life Wellness. I'm signing off by telling you it is today a great day to be aligned and well. Please have a great one. See you soon.